Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and that sub button. I think we're about 30 subs away from hitting 2,000 subscribers. That's absolutely crazy to say. But with that being said, getting into today's video, we are going to be going over a complete guide for budget players while starting Season 8. Obviously, probably going to be either the last season or we might get one more season. But there's just a lot of stuff going on in the game, a lot of great ways as a budget player to have a team that's very close to mine. Obviously, I mean, getting Wemby is going to be tough, but a lot of these end games are going to end up being very cheap soon. I think Victor Wembanyama is going to be the most expensive card, at least at the end of the game, unless they drop like something crazy like a Thon Maker or an endgame Bowl or a Minute Bowl or something like that. If they don't drop anything of that caliber, I think Wemby will probably be the most expensive card. But a lot of these end games are going to end up being buyouts. They always do. They're slowly decreasing in price, just like the Invincibles did and ended up becoming buyouts. Now, pretty much, I'd say 80% of the Invincibles are buyouts. But basically, when you get into the game, you're going to be a level 1. First thing you're going to do is you're going to come over and you're going to claim your end game Steph Curry. If you're just starting out and have nobody on your team, this card right here is going to, it's going to put food on the family. Or food on the table for families. Wow, I can't talk. That card's going to do a lot for you. And then the next thing is just start grinding out these challenges right here. Every day they're dropping a new hollow dark matter. And while some of the dark matters might not be all that great, this Lance Stevenson card, he's okay. If you're just starting out, definitely a backup point guard caliber behind that Steph Curry. He's not an awful card, but there's definitely better cards. The Kawhi they dropped a couple days ago, not a bad card. The J.R. Smith, not a bad card. The Dwight Howard, not a bad card. The Halliburton card's pretty bad. But yeah, the Kawhi Leonard's not a bad card. The Lance Stevenson, he's decent. But the Dwight Howard is honestly a W power forward, even at this point in the game. If you're just starting out, he is a good power forward. The J.R. Smith is going to be a good shooting guard. He could be a backup point guard if you didn't like this Lance Stevenson card. But just with these challenges, you got a new one dropping every single day. You complete these challenges, you get the free card, and then you also get 3,000 XP, which I did the math in one of my other videos. That ends up, at the end of the season, that'll be 125,000 XP, I think it was. I think it was 125,000 XP that you're going to get just off hitting, or just off completing these challenges every day. And then when it comes to hitting level 40, if you've done, you know, maybe you didn't do all of them. Maybe you did 100,000 XP worth. Now you only need to grind 50,000 XP out of the regular cards, or the regular challenges. So with that being said, it's just one of those things that these are going to be a W in two ways. It's going to give you free cards. Maybe not all of them are great, but I'd say so far they're doing pretty good with giving quality dark matter cards, and maybe eventually you'll see an invincible, who knows. But yeah, that's already a great place to start. You can basically build your team just daily completing these challenges. None of them are crazy to do. 14 assists and 16 points is slightly annoying, but you can get that done in a short domination game. Yeah, it'll take you 20 minutes, but you also will get this done, and it'll give you a Hall of Fame badge, and you can always apply that to a card later and sell them back, or you can apply it to one of these cards that you're going to get. Great way to start the game. I think that's a huge W by 2K. And then just completing other challenges. Complete as many challenges as you possibly can. Just go through and just find challenges that you can get done. And the reason why I say this is because the more you get done, you're going to work your way up this ladder here. And while these opals might not be worth much at this point in the game, obviously you can't sell them. I mean worth much as in they're not going to be playing on your team at all. There's a lot of packs and a lot of just rewards on here that are going to be really, really good. You get the Ascension board at a chance at a Gilbert, or no, it's Baron Davis, I believe. So you get the Ascension board at a chance at Baron Davis? Yeah, Baron Davis. You get a ton of tokens. You get the all-time packs. You get the shoe pack. These are really good, which obviously going to be something you can apply to your cards that you're going to get because they're not invincible, so it's still worth putting shoes on those. And then when you get up here, which I haven't gotten to yet, but I'm going to make sure I do, you get a pick 5 pack. And the best way to do this, whatever card is your favorite. Let's just say you're going to badge a card up. Whatever card is your favorite, go on 2KDB, put that card in, and when you open this pack, check and see what badges that card's missing, and then just choose badges from this pack that he's missing, and then automatically you get 5 extra badges for that card. And then once again, you get a ton of tokens. The Heat Wave pack, you get a chance at Curry or LeBron. You can sell both of them back. Obviously, you're hoping more for LeBron because LeBron's still not even a buyout yet. Endgame LeBron, I'm sure it's coming soon, considering they just dropped Shaq. I'm sure LeBron's coming soon. That Joe Dumars card I've actually heard really good things about for the people who have made it there. And then when you do get to this point, you get an invincible Ben Wallace, which while he's not the tallest player, if you are a budget player, having invincible Ben Wallace at the 4, he is still going to be a great rebounder. And I'd imagine he's going to have pretty good SIGs. I haven't heard much about him. I know people have gotten him. I haven't heard much or seen much about him, but I do know his jump shot's pretty good. And I do know that he is going to grab a ton of rebounds. Ben Wallace cards always do. And when you get an invincible that's going to have basically 99 everything, he's going to be an absolute monster on any budget team. I can't wait to get him, honestly. I even, like, just for a fun aspect, I don't think he'd be able to make my team because I just have too many centers and power forwards. But just as a fun aspect, I can't wait to get that card. Just going to be somebody who's super athletic. And then when you get to level 38 again, you get that same badge option pack again, and then obviously, like I said, it'd be the same thing as last time. You can pick a card and choose which badges they don't have, or you can find a card that you want to invest in, buy them, badge them up, sell them back. I've made videos about that, so you can always go watch those. And then if you do happen to hit level 40, obviously you're going to be getting yourself a Dark Matter Joel Embiid. But enough said on this actual level board. Let's go ahead and get into the modes that are going to be worth playing and give you the most. Until July 11th, so a week from today, you have these Tracy McGrady takeover packs. These are going to be huge for any budget player. You get a guaranteed pack after every game. One of the best ways to do it is go into triple threat, and if you don't have very many wins, you're going to be on a very low difficulty. Going to be super easy. Steph Curry's going to be a great card to use because his jump shot's going to be very quick, and all you have to do is step back and shoot over. It'll take you 3 to 4 minutes max on these. So basically, while you're playing this, you're going to be getting T-Mac packs at a chance at Invincible T-Mac, and then you're also going to have a chance at Invincible T-Mac in the vault. And at least from what I've heard, Invincible Kenyon Martin is super common on this. So if you were to pull that card, boom, right there. You have Invincible Kenyon Martin, and then you have a chance at getting an Invincible T-Mac out of any of those packs, or like I said, you can get them out of the vault. And then also while you're doing this, you get 1,250 MT. That doesn't seem like much, which obviously it isn't guaranteed, but a lot of times when the vault opens for me, I end up getting 1,250 MT. That does add up. Believe it or not, that does add up. And then obviously you have your shoe pack and you have your player pack. You don't really want the player pack. The 2 tokens is kind of meh. And then you also work your way up this board and get a ton of different rewards. None of them are too crazy worth it until you start getting like way up here, and then you get to Dark Matter Elton Brand. That's who it was. So you get Invincible Elton Brand, which I don't necessarily think 250 wins is really worth it. I do like the way my team changed it up this year, though. Instead of just making it 1,000 wins like they have in the past and it just sticks around the whole game, they've changed it up every season and just made it 250. I really like that. But yeah, so you have the T-Mac packs. Triple Threat Online is going to be really good for you too. You have T-Mac and Dale Ellis at the top of the board. The reason why I would prefer offline over this is just because you have a chance at the T-Mac every game. And this, you have to work your way up. You have to get 7 wins, and then you get 3 chances instead of having a chance every game. That's why I'd say Triple Threat Offline would be a little bit better to grind for budget players. With that being said, when you get here, you do still have a ton of different rewards on here. So a lot of things just to make this really worth it. And just these random packs that you're seeing. I know you're like, well, you know, I'm down here and I'm getting, you know, a badge pack on tier 1. I'm getting another badge pack on tier 2. I'm getting a shoe pack on tier 2. And then there's a shoe pack on tier 3. Believe it or not, the shoe pack even on tier 1, the shoes quick sell and they add up quick. And then when you get up top and you start getting actual badge packs, or you get a badge pack in tier 1 too, those actually do sell for a good amount. Occasionally you'll get actual packs that can have arenas in it. Arenas sell for like 500 MT each. The jerseys sell for like 450. The playbooks sell high. So a lot of these packs might not seem important, but when you get to quick selling your entire collection, which I've yet to do, and I guarantee you if I went through and quick sold all of the stuff that's in here, I haven't done it in a while. I do it every once in a while. I'll easily make 50 to 60,000 MT off just doing that. And I haven't opened packs recently. That is just purely from playing Triple Threat. I opened like 60 packs that were in my unopened pack market. As you see, I already have a couple more. But that's just purely from playing Triple Threat online. And right there, that's going to build you up. You know, you play Triple Threat online, you accumulate MT off the board, and then you get some packs, you open all those, and then all of a sudden you've made 30,000 MT in just an hour or so. Then all of a sudden you have your chances at T-Mac because you have all those T-Mac packs. It really is just one of those things that adds up. And for people who don't believe in the MyTeam luck, I think I opened 10 of those T-Mac packs or so earlier on stream, and I actually did get a Dark Matter Radiant T-Mac, which, while he's only going for 25, 30K, that is easily still, in my opinion, a top 15 card in this game. And really, I don't think he's that far off of some of the cards. I think he's equally up there with his Invincible. I don't think his Invincible is much better. I've used both. I had Radiant T-Mac on my team, and I bought Invincible T-Mac, and I was like, yeah, this ain't worth it. And I sold Invincible T-Mac back, and I kept Radiant T-Mac. I just sold my Radiant T-Mac a couple days ago. And the only reason why I did it is because I knew a market crash was coming, and I got lucky that it actually was going to be a market crash of purely T-Mac because they dropped them in guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but they dropped them where you get his pack every game. So I got really lucky that I sold them. But basically, in order to get to a team like this, a lot of times people think that you have to spend money. You really don't. I pulled that David Robinson on my first pack, and I bought it with MT. I just randomly bought a pack with MT. A lot of it's luck-based, and it's just one of those things that, like I said, it's going to take time, and there's going to be a lot of grinding in it, but there's not going to be just as much as you think. As long as you play your cards correctly, do the challenges over here for the free Dark Matters, grind your way up the XP board, grind your way for T-Mac. The great thing about doing those challenges for the Dark Matters, especially this week, is that you're still going to be having your opportunity at T-Mac after every single game. So that right there is just going to be something that's going to, it's just going to be even more enticing to be grinding the game. I really like that they gave us something to play for. I've really been waiting for something to play for, and them putting T-Mac packs in there, while it doesn't necessarily do too much for me, it's still something to play for. It still adds fun to the game. Like, oh wow, I'm actually grinding for something. I have a chance at getting Invincible T-Mac, which, like I said, Invincible T-Mac doesn't change my team too much. But it's just the thought of it. It's the fun of it. You have something to play for. You're not just playing for 200 MT on the ball drop. Like, it just changes everything up. And for budget players, now is the perfect time. And it's really crazy, like, what they've done for budget players this year. I really like it. I think budget players deserve more respect. There's a crazy grind throughout the year, and this is the time of year that budget players get rewarded. And, you know, like I said, it's much deserved. But with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video or you have any questions, make sure you guys put those in the comment section below. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys are hitting that sub button. Be on the lookout for every single video. Y'all already know 2,000 subs coming soon. I'm out.